Hey guys, so today we're going to be remaking Rocket League in under 24 hours. The popular soccer physics game is very fun and awesome. You play as a car driving through a field with a ball, hit it in the ball. Me smash rock, monkey brain. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Here's some real life clips of it. Look at that stupid. Look at that stupid. Anyways, me and my friend Dylan Dozer, aka Super Kaiju Man on YouTube, decided to go ahead and try to remake this game in less than 24 hours using a game software called ClickTeam Fusion. ClickTeam Fusion is a game development software for 2D games, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Now let's get started with the challenge. So the first thing I did was open up a brand new MFA in ClickTeam Fusion 2.5. After opening up a new MFA, which is a source file for any game you make, I opened up Rocket League to see what was going on, to see what we were working with. I mean, I played Rocket League quite a bit, but like, I don't know, it just seemed necessary to open it up and see what was going on with that. So yeah, I opened up Rocket League, played around, customized my car, closed it, and then we got started with the game itself. And then I went to piscolapp.com, got a reference from online of the Octane for Rocket League, which is like the main car. And then I opened up my Piscal, got started spriting. And while I didn't end up using this pixel art in the end, I still think it came out pretty good. I also did a little bit of background art because I thought it looked nice. After finishing my little background for the concept art, I got started on making the sprites for the actual game itself. First I put in an active object, started drawing a little Octane Rocket League style car, and then I eventually scrapped it. Also, huge shout out to my friend Super Kaiju Man, or that Megalosaurus guy, aka Dylan Dozer, for doing all the AI stuff, because I can't do AI in ClickTeam to save my life. But then again, we did collaborate on this project, so it's not all me making this. I then put a nice little backdrop as a ground thing, I don't know what I'm saying, put the car on it, put some nice background, got that set up, and then eventually it was time to start doing UI. A little side note that I wanted to mention before starting UI is that I started by doing a little concept art for the main menu. Well, actually it's not concept, it was actually some final art that I did for the main menu. And yeah, so that came out pretty well. I did orange and blue variants, because originally we were going to have a choose menu where you could choose your color, either orange or blue, but then I scrapped it because I realized we didn't have enough time, and also it wasn't really that important. Here's some footage of Megalosaurus' progress in the AI. After that, I wanted to give the car in the menu a little bit of a suspension animation to make it kind of bob up and down a little bit as if it had hydraulics in the wheels. So to do this, I used a path movement and I put them as separate sprites. So the wheels are separate sprites and the car is a separate sprite. And then I set the speed to 2 on both the up and down, set the reverse and loop, and then it would bob up and down slightly. Now it's time for the fun part. Now I'm going to start doing UI, which means user interface. So things like buttons, sliders, and things like that on the main menu and things like that. A pause menu is definitely a form of UI, a main menu is a form of UI, an options menu is a form of UI. Those are all forms of UI, just so you know what that means. So now what I did is I put some buttons on the main menu, I added some hovering animations, so when you hover over they light up a little bit, and then I gave them some functionality. What is a said functionality, you may ask? This functionality is the menu buttons. So in this game, our objective was to have a 1v1 mode and a 2v2 mode. So one option would say 1 versus 1, and the other option would say 2 versus 2. I originally planned to add something that said bots as a checkmark so you could choose if you wanted bots in your match, but due to time constraints we ended up scrapping this feature just like the car color change. The main things we wanted to add to this game were 1. A simple and clean UI, 2. A bouncing ball, 3. Some sort of player inputs, and 4. Nice goal explosions that give you score. Since the game was made in ClickTeam Fusion, and it's called Rocket League, we decided to call the game Fusion League, after both. Now it was time to make a snazzy logo for our main menu. Somebody made a blank version of the Rocket League logo, so I downloaded it from online. I then colored it red as ClickTeam Fusion's main color is red, added the ClickTeam logo to it, and called it Fusion League. I then found a simple background from the game online, put it in our scene, and boom, we have our main menu. Next, it was time to start the actual gameplay. Megalosaurus got a basic framework going, and then we got started and off to the races, no pun intended. The way we did it is basically, if ball collides with goal, then reset position of cars and ball. Also play explosion animation, play sounds, horns, and 3, 2, 1 go at start. The ball bounces around at random based off the collisions when it hits the walls or cars. Then the cars can redirect the ball by hitting it as you would in Rocket League. The AI is also pretty simple. All you need to do is have the cars that are bots move in random directions while also being attracted to the ball, while the players are controlled by WASD and the arrow keys, player 1 being WASD and 2 being the arrow keys. After a little bit of redesign to the gameplay, I added 1v1 modes, changed the 3-2-1 to be yellow, added a new arena, added some collisions to the arena, changed the counter style, changed the text style, changed the cars, and everything was ready to go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the final results. Can I get a drum roll, please? Ta-da! Okay, maybe it isn't as good, but in the span of less than 24 hours, I think we did pretty good. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because if you did, I would really appreciate it if you could like and even maybe subscribe. I'm really trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every subscriber counts. So thank you so much, and I have something huge planned for 1,000 subscribers. Now have a nice day, and as always, have a good one.